Hey guys, welcome to YogaTX. I'm Jen Hilman. Today I've got a special video for all of you out there. This is for your hips, your hamstrings, and your IT band. I know this is an area that is really tight for a lot of people. If you're dealing with low back pain, if you're dealing with sciatica, these are issues that are often a result of tightness in the hips, hamstrings, and IT band. So this video is just for you. We are going to start standing at the top of your mat. But before we do, be sure and like this video, give us a thumbs up, and please leave your comments below. It's always great to hear your feedback. All right, so once you are all set up, we are going to get started standing on the top of your mat. Okay guys, so now that you're standing, bring your feet a little bit wider than your hips. So we're going to start in a little bit wider stance than usual. Now that your feet are separated, make sure that your feet are still parallel to each other. So all 10 toes are pointing forward and those feet are parallel and firmly planted on the ground. So from here, take an inhale and stretch your arms up. Big breath in, reach up tall. Then exhale and fold yourself forward, coming down into a nice forward fold here. This is where we begin. Let the weight of your head drop down towards the floor and let your shoulders and arms relax as well. So you should feel nice and heavy here, just folding over your legs. And you can always let your knees be bent slightly if that helps you to release some of the pressure on your hamstrings and fold your body forward even more. So as we're just getting started, it may feel kind of tight, but things are going to loosen up as we get moving here. So on your next inhale, lift halfway up, lengthening your spine, reach your heart forward and come to a flat back. As you exhale, keep your chest lifted. Start to bend into your knees and reach your hips way back. Then lift your hips up and fold forward again. Let your head drop down. Then inhale, lift your heart halfway. Keep your chest lifted, reach your hips back as you bend into your knees, right? So we're just starting to warm up, going as deep as you can, right? It's kind of a football player stance. Lift your hips up and fold your body down, and we're going to move through that cycle one more time. Inhale to lift through your spine, open through your heart, stretch your chest forward. Exhale and bend into your knees, keeping your spine long. Reach your hips back and your heart forward. Then exhale and fold, lifting your hips up. Let your head and neck release towards the floor. Now, rotate your feet open about 45 degrees and then fold forward again. Notice how this little adjustment can make a big difference in the stretch that you feel, starting to access some of those outer muscle fibers, like in the outer parts of your legs. So we're going to move through our cycle now with our feet rotated open. So inhale to lift and lengthen your spine. Reach your heart forward. Keep your chest lifted as you exhale. Bend your knees. Reach your hips back. And we start to squat a little bit deeper into the hips. And fold yourself forward, lifting your hips towards the sky. Relax your head, neck, and shoulders down towards the earth. Then inhale, lift your heart up again, lengthening through your spine. Exhale to bend your knees, sinking into your hips. Reach your knees way out to the side as you open through your chest. Then fold over again, releasing your head, neck, and shoulders down. One more time through this cycle. Let's inhale to lift your heart up. Then exhale to bend into your knees, opening through your hips. Keep reaching your tailbone back, open through your chest. Now here we're gonna keep coming down, 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 down. So you're in a full squat as much as you can. You wanna try and keep your heels connected to the ground. If that's not working for you, you can lift your hips up a little bit higher until your heels do come down. Okay, then just support yourself there. So wherever you are, we're gonna take a little twist. So bring your left hand to your left knee and bring your right hand down to the floor, kind of in front of your toes here. Then press your left knee open as you twist your spine. Really stretch that left knee. Open, 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 open. Deep stretch in your hip, right? And then we'll come back through center and move to the other side. So plant your left hand down, then bring your right hand to your right knee. Start to press that knee away as you twist through your spine. Getting a deep stretch in that outer hip. And we'll come back to center and take another moment in your squat. Bring your hands to prayer center and your elbows to the inside of your knees. Press your hands together so that your elbows press against your knee, prying your hips apart like a little oyster shell. Doesn't that feel great? Now, lift your heart up to lengthen your spine for your maximum squat, Malasana, garland pose. Take a breath in and a breath out. And release your hands down. Lift your hips up. Fold over your legs. Then you can turn your toes forward again, coming back to a parallel position, folding over your legs. And then roll yourself slowly and mindfully all the way up to stand. And just take a moment to feel that energy starting to open up and flow in your legs and your hips. Then we're going to get ready to incorporate some more poses that are going to help you stretch those hamstrings and hips even more. So again, starting from your standing position, let's stretch your arms up with a big breath in. Then exhale, fold yourself back down, folding over your legs. Stretch those hamstrings. Then step your left foot back to the back edge of your mat. So you come into a deep lunge. Make your left leg really straight and strong as you lunge deeply into your front knee. Lift your heart up and take an inhale. As you exhale, draw your hips back, straightening your right leg and fold it forward. Exhale. Inhale, come back to your lunge. So we're moving with the rhythm of the breath. Lift your heart up and lengthen your spine. Then exhale and draw it back. Straighten through your front leg, folding over your hamstring. Give it a good stretch. Then inhale, coming forward again. Open through your heart. Lengthen your spine and keep both legs really strong. Then exhale, draw it back, coming to a pyramid pose. Now we're going to pause here, stretching that hamstring. And from this position, I want you to lift your spine, reaching your heart forward, but both legs are still nice and straight. Bring your left hand down underneath your left shoulder. Then extend your right fingertips up towards the sky. So we're taking a twist in your spine, starting to stretch that right IT band. So you are going to feel a big stretch here. The IT band is usually pretty tight on most people. So whatever the sensation you're experiencing, don't panic. Just take a deep breath. Try and soften. Stay with the pose. You can do it. For one more breath in and out. And gently release back through center. Now come back into your lunge position and spin your left heel flat to the floor, preparing for Warrior Two. But keep your right hand connected to the earth and extend your left arm up towards the sky. Keep lunging deep in your right knee so you get a big stretch in your inner thigh as well as your front left hip. Rotate your heart towards the sky. Then tune into the power and strength of your legs as you rise all the way up to your warrior position. Keep lunging deep in your legs. Trust in the strength of your legs. Then extend and reach out through your arms. Rotate your left palm to the sky, or your right palm to the sky, and we're going to reverse the pose, reaching up and back, stretching through your right fingertips. Go deep in your front knee. Don't give up the legs, and make sure that left leg is still really straight and strong. Come back to your Warrior Two position, then straighten up the right leg. So now both legs are straight, knees are lifted, lift through your waist, then glide your right fingertips forward, as far forward as you can. Reach, 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 till you start to feel a deep stretch in that inner right hip. Keep reaching as far as you can, then release your right hand down to your ankle or your shin, and your left fingertips reach to the sky again. Try and hug your shoulder blades together towards your spine so your chest is open. Draw back on your hips to deepen the crease in your right hip. And lengthen through your spine, drawing your belly up and in. Then we slowly rise all the way back up. And now turn your right toes parallel to the front or to the side edge of your mat. So now you're in a wide-legged stance, arms out by your side. Take an inhale to lift your heart up. Then exhale and fold your body down. Bring your hands right in line with your feet. Bend your elbows and draw the crown of your head down towards the ground. Breathe here, nice and slow. Go easy with yourself. Press back through the inner part of your knee, trying to straighten those knees as best you can, getting the most stretch in your hamstrings and your inner thighs. Take another breath in and out. And let's inhale to lift your heart up, lengthening your spine as you lift halfway. Then walk your hands around to the front of your mat, coming back to your lunge position. And go ahead and step your left foot all the way forward and fold over your legs. Then we'll prepare for the second side. Step your right foot way back to the back edge of your mat and come into a lunge. So this should feel pretty good to stretch and open up the front of your right hip. So go deep. Make sure that right leg is super straight and strong behind you and that you're lengthening your spine and your heart is reaching forward. Take an inhale here. As you exhale, draw your hips back, straightening through your left leg. You can fold your body down. Then inhale, come back to the lunge. Lengthen your spine. Reach energy all the way down and back through your right heel. Then exhale, draw that hip back and fold your body down. One more time, let's inhale to the lunge. Make it strong and powerful, being very mindful of every piece of the puzzle. And then exhale, draw your hips back, fold over that left leg. We're going to pause here for a moment, just enjoying that stretch in the left hamstring. I know you're enjoying it, right? It feels so good. Now we're going to prepare to stretch that IT band, coming to a twist. So first things first, lift your heart up, lengthen through your spine. Try and find that nice long back. Then plant your right hand underneath your right shoulder. Then we start to twist, extending the left fingertips to the sky. So you may notice that one side feels a little tighter than the other, or maybe that's just me. But wherever you are, just breathe your breath and stay with the pose. Notice the sensations that are coming up for you and have patience and compassion with yourself as you stretch and breathe. Then slowly release back to center. Come forward into your left knee and spin your right heel flat to the floor. So keeping your left hand down, start to twist and open up, extending your right arm to the sky, coming to a side angle pose. So make sure your legs are very strong here. Right leg, right knee is straight, and that left knee is lunging deep, so you get a big stretch in that hip. Keep the power and stability of your legs, and then rise your upper body, coming to your warrior two position. Right, so feel those arms extending and reaching out from your heart. Feel your legs are powerful and supportive. Then we'll reverse the pose by turning your left hand to the sky and creating a big arc up over your head. So keep the power and strength of your legs as you reach through your left fingertips, getting a little stretch through your waist. And then we slowly come back to center, coming to that warrior two. Now straighten your left knee. We're preparing for triangle pose, Trikonasana. Glide your left fingertips towards the front. Reach as far as you can. So you get a deep stretch in your inner left thigh. Find your own personal edge. Then release your left hand to your shin or your ankle, wherever it feels best. Reach your right fingertips to the sky as you roll your chest open. Try and glide your shoulder blades towards your spine as you open through your chest, lengthen through your waist, and draw back on that left hip. Take another couple of moments to breathe here, breathing in and out. And we slowly rise, coming all the way up. And then we'll prepare again for that wide-legged fold, turning your feet parallel to each other. Now interlace your hands at the base of your spine. Squeeze your hands together and point your elbows back behind you so you really feel your shoulder blades squeezing together. Stretch your hands back behind you as you inhale. Lift your heart up. Exhale to fold forward again, coming all the way down over your legs. And then let your hands come up and back behind you. So we're throwing in an added bonus little shoulder stretch for you in your hips and hamstrings video, because you can't get too much, right? Wherever you are, just breathe your breath and do your best and know that it's enough. Just move into this pose. Feel what you feel. Have compassion with yourself. Take another moment here. And draw your hands back down towards your hips. Release your grasp and let your hands come down to the floor. Inhale to lift halfway up, lengthen through your spine. Then heel toe your feet towards each other. Coming back to your forward fold. Then as you're ready, you can bend your knees and sit your hips all the way down to the floor. Once you're in a seated position, bring the soles of your feet together and your knees apart. Hold onto your ankles to lift your heart up towards the sky. Lengthen your spine. Open through your chest and breathe your breath, feeling your hips stretching open. Take one more inhale here, lift your heart up. And as you exhale, hinge forward at your hips ever so slightly. So you don't have to take a big forward fold here. You can go just enough that you start to deepen that stretch in your inner thighs. Roll your shoulders back, keep your chest lifted and your spine long. Take one more inhale here. And as you exhale, let yourself just fold all the way forward. Release your head, neck, and shoulders down towards the earth. You're going to get a nice stretch in your outer hips, maybe even across your low back. Probably getting a stretch through your inner thighs. So there's a lot of good stuff that can happen in this pose. Let the weight of your head drop down towards the floor so you release your neck, releasing any tension there. So also give you a chance to get a little more stretch through your spine. Then slowly we'll begin to rise, rolling the spine all the way up. Gently as you go, come all the way up to sitting. And then we're going to take one more nice stretch to get into the outer hips a bit more. This is a big culprit for sciatica, restless leg, all those kinds of issues can really come from tension in the glutes and the hips. So I got one more good stretch for you before we finish today. So sitting with your feet flat on the floor, bring your hands back behind you. Then cross your right ankle over your left knee and really press that right knee open to the side. Lift your heart up and extend your spine, and already you're going to feel a pretty good stretch in that hip, like it should be working. So if this is enough for you today, you can just stay right here. It's all good. But if you would like to get a little bit deeper stretch, you can start to walk that left foot a little bit closer, and then again, press down into the floor to lift your spine up, opening that right knee to the side. So you get a maximum stretch in that right hip. Take another breath here, breathing in and out. Then we'll come back to center, preparing for the second side. All right, so you can cross that left ankle over your right knee. Open that left knee out to the side and lift up in your spine, really lengthen through your back. So for some of you, this might be enough stretch right here, and if you're getting it, you're doing it. You don't need to do any more. Just breathe here and enjoy the sensation. And if you are looking to go a little bit deeper, you can start bringing that right foot a little bit closer in. But just keep pressing into the floor to lift your heart up more and more and more. That's going to give you deeper sensation. Keep pressing the left knee out to the left side, lifting your heart up for another moment here. Just getting the most out of your stretch that you can. And then as you're ready, you will slowly make your way out of the pose. And you can come to lie on your back for Shavasana, or you can come to a comfortable sitting position to just have a couple of mindful breaths here. Whatever you decide, let's just close your eyes. And just feel your body. And give thanks for your body. Even if it has pain, even if it has limitations, just love your body. What a gift it is to be alive, to be able to walk and move and play and stretch. Bring your hands to prayer at heart center and just bow your chin in acknowledgement and gratitude for this amazing life and this beautiful body that makes it all possible. And I would like to thank you so much for letting me be your guide in this practice and for following along with me today. I hope that you will come back again and let me guide you through more practices. You can always subscribe to the YogaTX channel. We've got new videos coming out every week, so keep you strong and healthy for a lifetime. You can also visit our website, yogatx.org, for lots more videos and good stuff that you'll want to check out, so be sure and visit the site. And you can also visit my website, jenhilman.com. I would love to hear from you. And don't forget to leave your comments below and share this video with a friend. Thanks for watching, you guys. Have a happy day and happy, healthy hips. Namaste.